In this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly how you can get a start in appointment setting and closing in the high ticket space. Now, a lot of you probably know a bit about high ticket sales, but if you don't, basically what it is it's you selling the products of other online companies, specifically different services and products that they might be selling. So these can be direct to the consumer, it can be business to business services. So what this means is when you do sell these products for them and their services for them, you can get paid a commission to do it. So remote sales specifically, it is one of the fastest growing and beginner accessible skill sets in 2025. And high ticket offers and low ticket offers generate way more commission per sale than basically any other online opportunity you can get, and specifically high ticket offers. This is because if you're selling a service for a business that you're working for where they charge $10, $15, $20,000 for their service, and you sell it for them to whatever prospects that they are finding and different customers that you generate for them, you get paid a massive commission to do this. So typically within remote sales, there's appointment setters and there's closers. And as an appointment setter, this is how you're finding customers for the company and you're actually qualifying them to be a suitable sale and a suitable customer for them. As a closer, this is when you actually take the sales calls for the company. So this is when you speak with a customer over Zoom and you simply guide them through the different things that your company that you're working for has to offer. And you can typically just follow a script, so you don't even need to have any guesswork to sell these products and make a massive commission. Oftentimes, you don't need any experience or a fancy resume or to go viral online to start any of these at all. And typically, the appointment setting roles, they are the best starting point for a lot of people because these are the ones where you literally need no experience whatsoever. And after you've been an appointment setter, this often is the best pathway possible into becoming a closer. So in terms of actually wondering how much you can earn from these kind of roles, you can be making 6-figure plus incomes simply as an appointment setter and a closer. Closers, you've got much more income potential as well because you'll actually be the one selling the service directly for the business. So the commissions in these are absolutely insane. There's people that can be making, $5,000 to $10,000 a week, literally just as a remote closer. This isn't some program where you're having to start a drop shipping course or a drop shipping business or anything like that, or doing like influencer marketing or any of that stuff. These are actual online jobs that you can get into and just start making so much money doing them. And the best part is it doesn't actually require that long to get into these either and get trained up and get the skills to do them. It's just about getting the right pathway and the right opportunities in front of you that's going to make you effective and able to earn lots of money. So a lot of limiting beliefs that people have with these kinds of roles is that you have to be a natural salesperson, and sales is a learnable skill. This is not something where you have to be an absolute natural. And a lot of the time with sales, people say, I don't know what to say to the prospect, but this is why scripting and role-playing training is very, very important because it solves all of this. You can get trained specifically to know exactly what to say on these calls when you're in front of customers where you're selling this service for a company. And scripting is literally why it becomes so autopilot for a lot of people, is because they know exactly what to say a lot of the time. So you don't actually have to be more confident than what you currently are right now to be successful, because confidence comes from the reps. It's not just learning the theory, it's from actually practicing. And it's unreasonable to think that you're going to be the most confident person, an absolute professional, immediately when you start. This is why you start in the first place, is to get better at doing it and to actually turn yourself into a highly skilled individual. So being afraid of rejection is another thing, and rejection is natural, and it is something that is going to happen normally, where you'll be worried about getting rejected and you have that fear of rejection, but it's not personal. You're just selling something on behalf of a company, and the person that might reject you or say no, they are rejecting the service. They're not rejecting you as an individual. And that is something that took me so long to overcome when I first started in high ticket sales, was just being able to overcome that as a whole. And most people overthink in the beginning and they never start. So success comes from taking imperfect action repeatedly until you actually get better in the first place. So a bit more about appointment setting actually is just finding customers for a company and contacting them. That is all it is on a fundamental level. You're finding new customers for the company that you work for so they can sell them into whatever they do, and then you get paid an income from basically doing that. So all this often means is you're DMing different leads, you're handling objections, which might mean that you're having to explain in detail what you're offering within the company, and getting them to book calls with a closer who can then close the deal for you. So the income potential from these is absolutely insane. Like, you can make 1.5k to 3.5k US a month from the most entry level roles. These are ones where you don't need to have any experience whatsoever, and they're the most basic ones. No experience required. You can jump straight into these kinds of roles. All you need to know is just a very base level understanding of how appointment setting works and what you actually have to do. So a lot of the time, people can be effective in these roles within literally 4 to 8 weeks after training. And setting is truly the fast track to closing if you want to scale up in your career and start making multi-six figures a year. So as a closer, typically on a day-to-day basis, you're attending calls that have been booked in by an appointment setter or different traffic sources, and you're literally helping that prospect on the call figure out what it is that your company is offering and being able to sell that to them and close them on the call. So this often does include like objection handling. That terminology, an objection handle, just means when someone is hesitant to go forward with a sale and you have to help them overcome any hesitations or any things they might be fearing about going ahead with it and getting them to actually put money down. So on average, you can make 3 to 10k a month as a closer, and this can be scaled far beyond that. Some people hit 15k plus per month, which is a very, very healthy income. This is over 150 grand a year. And again, these aren't roles where you have to be a multi-year professional to actually get into them. A lot of the time, it is just one simple appointment setting role first, and then you can get into a closing role. And a lot of the time, there are even opportunities where you can get straight into a closing role that would just give you so much experience and so much skill without having to go into the crazy high-end ones that require years and years of experience. And this is something that I can actually help you out with, and it's an opportunity that I'm able to offer as well. So most closers, the only reason they fail is because they have no coaching or they're on bad offers and they're trying to skip the fundamentals. So transitioning from a setter to a closer is the proven path for long-term success. As an appointment setter, you get a really good understanding of what a sales process looks like specific to that company, and then it's easier for you to get into a closing role because you actually understand what sort of audience you're targeting and the kind of customers that you should actually be targeting in the first place. And really, the key skills are just tonality, objection handling, qualifying, and emotional intelligence to be present and listen on calls. So if you're wondering how to actually start these, learning the fundamentals of setting or closing includes messaging frameworks, tonality, scripts, everything like that, and actually practicing with feedback. So this is role-playing, daily breakdowns, and coaching. So this is typically the only way that you can really get into these roles is by just having an opportunity in the first place that's going to let you do them and have the ability for you to develop your skills and actually get better as well. So to get placed into a real offer, there's a few ways of doing this as well. So I actually have a pathway to be able to do this if I just show my screen here. So you'll be able to see that I've got a network here through High Ticket Bridge, and basically I have full access to all of these different job opportunities here that I can actually give you access to if you're watching this video. This is something that you can get access to by coming on with us and actually chatting to us over Zoom, and we can discuss why this could be a good pathway for you if you actually want to get into some of these roles. On top of this as well, we actually do have roles on our team as well, including a training and mentorship. So if you do want to get into these roles and want something that you can start, even if you have no experience whatsoever, you can actually come on board with us as well. I do have a training and recruitment company specializing in all of this stuff. So if you're looking for that entry into it, there'll be a link in the description where you can actually talk to us and we can discuss what this is going to look like for you. So most sales programs, I just always want to give the heads up so you guys are aware of what else is out there. There's going to be courses and programs where people will tell you that they can teach you appointment setting and closing, and a lot of the time these don't actually guarantee you a job placement, so you need to be very, very careful of these. They'll try and charge a lot of money to do them, and usually they'll just give you pre-recorded content, no real coaching and no feedback, so you're left to apply to offers alone, confused and underprepared. So if you're actually wondering how a career like this could work for you, please just jump on a call with us, because we can actually give you that guidance that you need so you don't go and waste your money on different programs and courses that aren't actually going to be the best fit for you. So a lot of the time, what this would involve if you come onto a call with us is we'll just show you exactly, what we can do for you. We'll show you how to actually get into some of these roles and how you can even get into roles with us as well. And obviously the training and mentorship side of it can be extremely helpful, because otherwise it can take some people 6 to 12 months just to get trained up and actually find these opportunities externally, whereas we do all of it literally within our program, and we can do this within 4 to 6 weeks. So the time frames we can reduce a massive amount so you can actually get started as quickly as you possibly need to and really start that career that is lucrative and high paying, that's going to set you up with skills that will last you your entire lifetime. So appreciate you watching. Hopefully this has given you some really clear clarity and some context on how people actually get into appointment setting and closing, and gives you an idea of what to expect if you feel like that these roles are going to be something that you want to pursue. If you want that remote financial freedom as well in your life, these are the absolute perfect roles for you to get into as appointment setters and as closers. And especially the closing roles, that's something you can do in the longer term that you can develop into to turn you into someone that just has total time, location, money freedom in their life. And this opportunity is absolutely crazy in 2025. It's one of the fastest growing industries, and so many normal people are jumping into this because they're sick of their 9-to-5 jobs. They're tired of rocking up to a job that they hate, and they just want to change their lives. It's as simple as that. So again, check out the description if you do want some more guidance from us directly to help you out specifically. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next video.